Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Seth, psychologist, and this video today is a continuation in my video series on manipulation tactics that people use in relationships. Now, if you follow my channel here on YouTube, you know that one of the things that I often talk about is it's important when we hear the word relationships to learn to kind of branch out when we think about that and think about all your life relationships, not just romantic relationships. That's what people usually think of when they hear that word relationship. But the reason that I say that is to bring you back into the office when I was a patient myself in therapy. And I remember I was in my young 20s, and my therapist said to me, when it comes to relationships, everything is related. And what my therapist at that time meant was that some of the issues that we have that come up in one particular type of relationship, they can also come up in a different kind of relationship. Why? Because the way that we relate to a person in a relationship is a part of a much, much bigger blueprint or template. And that is how we relate to others in the world, what our expectations are, what we believe we deserve, how much anger or how much peace we feel towards others in relationships. Okay. So everything is ultimately related. How we are with one person, how we operate with them is often related to how we operate in a relationship with another person. After all, at the end of the day, no matter where you go, there you are, right? Okay, so today I want to talk about a manipulation tactic that, I think if you were to look up in the dictionary, the world's most frustrating manipulation tactic, it could be this one. Wait for it, drum roll, the silent treatment. Who hasn't been on the receiving end of someone giving them the silent treatment? And again, remember, we're not just talking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife. We could be talking about a coworker, or when it's really, really frustrating and really stressful, is when it's a boss. Yes, a boss too can do the silent treatment with you. It could be a family member, could be a parent or a sibling, could be a best friend. It is possible that the silent treatment gets issued in any relationship. But what does it mean, a person who engages in the silent treatment with you? It is a really, really toxic sign that this person is a poor communicator, and also that this person isn't able to have a peaceful, collaborative relationship when something happens that they don't like. When something happens that they don't like, why does the silent treatment get used as a way for that person to cope? The silent treatment is usually designed to punish the other person. It is designed as a source of punishment, or it is designed as a means to try to control. So let me just give a couple of examples. Let's imagine in this example that we're talking about your best friend. Your best friend wants you to go on vacation with them, let's say next month. And there's a reason why they want to go there. There's something happening in that city and it's really important to them. And they tell you basically they really want you to go and it's so important to them. You basically explain that for any number of reasons you can't go. And they actually bring it up again, and you can tell they're getting really upset. They tell you, no, this is so important to me. I need you to go. Please, please. And again, you hold your ground and you explain, no, unfortunately, the answer is no. Well, listen, a person who is going to resort to a really immature manipulation tactic like the silent treatment, they want you to obey. They want you to be compliant and to do what they want you to do. And if you don't do it, in this case, they may engage in a silent treatment. The idea is this: if they punish you, they are thinking that you will start getting nervous and you will start chasing that connection again with them. that you will know, oh my gosh, I'm on the outs with them, I've upset them. And they know that this might trigger fears, understandably, that maybe your friend won't want to be friends with you anymore, or that, it might be a long time until they're not upset with you anymore and you might miss them. The design, of course, is that you, in this case, change your mind, that you go with them despite what you said you wanted or needed to do, and it wasn't what they wanted. Despite that, they engage in a punishment so that you comply with what they want. And so, in this scenario, guess whose feelings, guess whose needs are more important? That's what they want you to understand. Their needs, their feelings are more important. And in a way, you can say that in this relationship, they almost need you to understand that they are going to be the decision maker, in a way that they are the more important person. Maybe even they're trying to let you know they're the more valuable person in the relationship. It's all irrational, it's all illogical, it's all unfair. And the question is it good for you? Do you really want to have a close friend who can engage in the silent treatment with you? Is that really why we're put here on earth? To feel like we trust a best friend and we have closeness, and that's the kind of thing they're capable of doing with us? They want us to be put in situations where we feel insecure like that. I don't think so. I don't think that that's what friendship is really meant to be. Let me discuss another example. In this example, I'll talk about something that could happen, for example, in a romantic relationship. In a romantic relationship, imagine once again that you're on the receiving end of somebody giving you the silent treatment. So your partner is basically withdrawing communication during the silent treatment, and you understandably feel upset. You find yourself trying to think about, well, what must they be thinking? What must they be feeling? You might wonder, how long will this last? Will we get back to normal? All sorts of negative, stressful feelings can come up for you. Let's just imagine in this situation, let's imagine it's the weekend and it is a Sunday, and they told you on a Saturday that they really wanted to spend time with you the next day and really do something, maybe go for a long walk or go out to lunch and really spend the afternoon together. And you let them know that unfortunately you really wanted to make it to the gym and that you actually had some work to do in the afternoon. So you didn't think the next day would be great. Well, once again, they keep pushing a little bit more. Why? Because people who engage in the silent treatment, they will push and push and push and push until they get what they want. And if they don't get what they want, well, then they'll unleash another round of the silent treatment. Well, in this situation, you explain to the person, listen, I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow, but let's hang out later on in the week. And I promise that I'll make time for you. It's not what they wanted you to say. They wanted, again, compliance. They wanted you to obey. And when you don't, they may engage in the silent treatment. Here's one of the most important points that I want you to take away from this discussion around this particular manipulation tactic: that this doesn't work. This specific attempt to control or punish, which is to give someone the silent treatment, it never works. First of all, big picture, anytime that's your motivation to punish or control, it will backfire. It doesn't work. Adults want more sense of freedom and independence and collaboration, to be able to have some say in their relationships, to not feel over controlled. So these sort of manipulation tactics will always backfire. But one of the things that happens with the silent treatment is, in that space, when the person is giving you the silent treatment, in that separation, in that distance that is created for those hours or days, when that person is giving you the silent treatment, the two of you are actually growing further and further apart. And one of the things that happens in each minute of that separation as it accumulates is the seeds of resentment. resentment starts growing and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger in those moments of separation, in those moments of silence. So, one of the things that people who issue the silent treatment really should ask themselves is, yes, maybe they have learned to cope in this way, to give people the silent treatment. Maybe sometimes it has worked, maybe sometimes it hasn't. Maybe someone did this to them and that's how they learned it. In this instance today, in the relationship that they may have with you, I don't know how much that matters. What matters is it's not fair to you. It makes you feel bad and it makes the two of you grow further apart in that relationship. And so, what I would ask anyone who gives someone else a silent treatment is, are you sure that this is really truly working for you, for your relationship? Are you sure? You can also check out other videos in my manipulation series or other videos that I have here on my channel, Dr. Seth Psychologist.